In today's breaking story, Donald Trump just indicted Letitia James, but there's a big problem. That's right, once again, Donald Trump's revenge campaign is not going so well. How's it going, everybody? Hunter Avalone here with Occupy Democrats. Welcome back to another video. Now, Donald Trump has his priorities all wrong. Instead of trying to help anyone with their health care, he's far more interested in revenge.
Tragically, we have a two-bit demagogue who is president of the United States right now. And he understands that his policies are failing, prices are going up. He's trying to defend a health care package which will throw 15 million people off the health care they have and double premiums for 20 million Americans. He can't defend that, and he knows that. So what he's doing now is running around the country, threatening to arrest the governor of the state of Illinois, to arrest the mayor of the city of Chicago, to go after a United States senator, threaten to investigate him, go after the Attorney General, Letitia James, in New York, the former FBI director. So this is a guy who can't bring positive change to working people. But what he can do is terrorize the country, be an all-powerful type of guy, undermine the Constitution, undermine the rule of law. So we got a message from Mr. Trump. Too many Americans in Vermont and every other state in this country have fought and died to defend democracy. And democracy means you disagree with me, that's fine. You don't like me, throw me out of office. Don't vote for me. But we don't go around arresting public officials in this country because we can't defend the terrible public policies that we're bringing forth. Tough moment, let's stand together, we can win this thing.
But now Trump just indicted Letitia James, but there's a big problem. First, she issued a response.
This is nothing more than a continuation of the president's desperate weaponization of our justice system. He is forcing federal law enforcement agencies to do his bidding, all because I did my job as the New York State Attorney General. These charges are baseless, and the president's own public statements make clear that his only goal is political retribution at any cost. The president's actions are a grave violation of our constitutional order and have drawn sharp criticism from members of both parties. His decision to fire a United States attorney who refused to bring charges against me and replace them with someone who is blindly loyal not to the law, but to the president, is antithetical to the bedrock principles of our country. This is the time for leaders on both sides of the aisle to speak out against this blatant perversion of our system of justice. I stand strongly behind my office's litigation against the Trump Organization. We conducted a 2-year investigation based on the facts and evidence, not politics. Judges have upheld the trial court's finding that Donald Trump, his company, and his 2 sons are liable for fraud.
And then MSNBC was quick to point out a major issue.
Right. Andrew, let me bring Carol Leonnig back in. Carol Leonnig broke the news today exclusively that a grand jury was hearing evidence against Tish James. We have now heard the news that New York Attorney General Letitia James has been indicted. Carol Leonnig.
Yeah, a few minutes ago we confirmed that she was indicted by a grand jury in Alexandria of at least 1 count of bank fraud, Nicole, and the return was rather speedy. 4 o'clock was when the grand jury was supposed to come back out and present their information to Halligan. There was a 4-person in the courtroom along with Halligan, and they released their decision. I will tell you there's one other really interesting element to this that I'm hearing from sources, which is that this grand jury made its decision and listened to the presentation on its very first day in the box. In other words, grand juries sit sometimes for weeks and weeks. This grand jury was impaneled today, and this was their first case and their first decision.
Thanks so much for watching. Please click that like button and subscribe to Occupy Democrats so that you can stay informed and help us stop Donald Trump.